Namaste, Jai Bharat. Tehrike Taliban Pakistan, TTP, in front of us. Then Taliban, the archetype Taliban, Afghans. Afghanistan is now ruled by Taliban. And the Pakistan version of the Taliban, I don't know whether they claims only or the Taliban recognizes them, is yet to be ascertained. So that's Tehrike Taliban. Tehrike Taliban Pakistan, TTP. Now these names are very wonderful and at times very poetical. Why is the problem what's the fundamental problem of TTP, Tehrike Taliban Pakistan? The fundamental problem is simple. It's radicalized Islam, of course, obviously, both places, and they consider them to be the best Muslims. So the TTP wanted Islamization in an appropriate manner in Pakistan. Now, this is something interesting and strange at the same time. See, Pakistan has become Pakistan in the name of Islam. And the operation started after 1857 and it materialized in 1947 through a 90 years of process of making an Islamic chunk out of Bharat. They wanted Islamization of Bharat, the totality, the entire Bharat, they wanted to be Islamized. And in spite of the 800 years of domination in Bharat, they could not make the Hindus accept Islam beyond a point. And those who become Muslims in most cases, are out of compulsion, out of helplessness, and out of coercion. There's hardly anyone that would volunteer into Islam, hardly anyone. There are exceptions, and exceptions are always exceptions. So it's a long process, and then eventually, I think in 1944, Lahore Declaration, even Jinnah Spock pronounced the name of Pakistan, though he never wanted to say that. It was Rahmat Ali's creation, he didn't want that. Anyway, it happened in Lahore Declaration. They wanted two-nation theory was running long. Many schemes of two-nation theories came into existence, etc. Anyway, so it's in the name of Islam they formed a nation, which of course obviously Jinnah himself knew that's going to be a semblance of mistake. Nonetheless, they had been continuing as the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, IROP. And now, some people who want this Islamization to be appropriate, which would say that this is one problem with them. In most cases, with different sects, each one would claim him to be perfect, and each one would say that others are imperfect. Or sometimes even should be hated, should be disliked, should be brought into, not brought into. This kind of thoughts come. So which is correct, one has to find out. Whether this is the fundamental difference as I understand. That is Tehrike Taliban Pakistan's. Now, Taliban of course assumed, and the Taliban says things, and it's not necessary that they should follow what they speak. All these things are there that we understand. But this time, they have some interest towards the nation. If you look at Iran, look at many other nations, they have money, they have riches, and they spend the riches on guns and gunpowders. They don't spend the money on the welfare of the people. Precisely, Iran is supposed to be a very, very oil-rich nation, and the people, 30% of people are still below poverty line. This is what I heard. Some statistics. Of course, the statistics are funny. The idiots who are coming out with happiness index, etc., would say that Bangladesh is the happiest the nation in the world. This happened some time back. They think that like this they can brainwash or confuse people. Now, Pakistan has conducted an airstrike where they believe, they say, or they claim that the Tehrike Taliban people have their camps. They consider that as terrorist camps. So they also use the term terrorism, etc. The camps. They conducted an airstrike in the territory of Afghanistan. Naturally, Pathans are Larakus basically, so they would not keep quiet. Now, why Pakistan has conducted this airstrike and what do they achieve from that is a big question. Suddenly, out of the blue, they themselves are suffering from so many reasons, but suddenly, out of the blue, they conduct an airstrike, and then there will be repercussions, retaliations, reactions from the people like Afghanis, and they will react. Didn't they know that? They knew it very well. But then, at whose instance this went on is a question to be put in front of you. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Someone must have instigated them. As at whose instance, for what interest? It's an open question. One can think, one can look at things and try to say, so many people coming out with so many opinions, that's it. Now, 15,000 of Afghani Talibans moving to border was news till yesterday. Now, somebody has captured the army posts along the border. Pakistan Army's post. Some version says it is the Taliban, but some other version says it is the TTP, the Tehrike Taliban. That is a Pakistani version of the Taliban. Now, whatever is the case, the phenomenon is same. The Pakistan Army, some 20 soldiers were killed, it seems. Now the question is, since when they started caring for the people's life is remaining. They may not care. How many people die? They just don't care. People die yesterday also, die today also, tomorrow also they will die. So that kind of attitude if they have, but I won't care. They don't care. This thing happened. Now the result is very disturbing because this happens right under our nose. We have a history of not attacking anyone. We have a history of not attacking anyone. We haven't attacked anyone. We only retaliate when people trouble us out of compulsion. And of course we know how to battle wars, all those things are there. But we don't want anyone's property. We don't want anyone's anything. Unlike China, they have this land slicing method. Land slicing means slowly. Every month, one step forward, one step forward. No, the Chinese method of the old, I don't think they practice communism anymore, is that one step backward and two steps forward, that kind of things. And they have a larger plan. They have a larger plan, which of course is disturbing the whole area. They do that. So, that's not the case here. That should not be the case here. This goes on at the institute of someone. And it disturbs us in the sense our borders are disturbed. We don't want someone's property. We don't follow the Chinese method of two steps back, one step backward and two steps forward. We don't. So we don't want anyone's property. We won't. So we won't go into someone's property to snatch. But then it happens at our border. It disturbs us. And it creates instability in the region. And it will have its impact on us also. So this is a situation in Pakistan. They are already troubled with all kinds of reasons. I need not to speak more of it. It's there, known to everyone. And over and above, they are trying to explode their expiry date neared kinds of arsenals, weapons, whatever. This, of course, in Sanskrit there is an expression, Isharo Rakshatu, means let the God save. No, these people. No other redemption in vicinity. So we meet again with something else. Till then, Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.